My dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik sir. In the previous classes, we have focused on the importance of phrases side by side, how phrases play very dynamic role, and in the last class, we have also discussed about the importance of clause and different type of clauses, different type of sentences, how clause is very important in the formation of simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence, and hence it is very necessary on the part of dear students to know about the importance of phrase and clause. We have also discussed about the differences between the formation of phrase and formation of clause. A clause has a subject part and a predicate part with a finite verb. Yes, subject part is a must, without which a clause cannot be formed. You see, listen, neither a clause nor a sentence can be formed without subject part. Yes, subject part therefore plays very important role in the formation of a clause and a sentence. Yes, the matter a subject may be a noun. Attention, subject may be a noun or pronoun, because noun plays very important role in our sentence construction, and pronoun is used to avoid repetition of noun again and again. Therefore, it is clear. Here we find that usually comes before a main verb. Usually comes before a main verb. It is usually, the subject may be a noun or a pronoun, remains just before the main verb. It's very natural. And here we find it represents the person or thing that performs the action. Person or thing that performs the action. So here we offer the verb, action of the verb. Attention, action of the verb. It also expresses a person or thing that about which something is stated. Yes, if we say that subject is a thing or person that does something, okay, this is right, but this is not the complete idea about the subject part. On the other hand, a person or thing, when we state about that person or thing, that is also subject. Yes, so let's see how in different examples. Remember, here we find Sachin plays cricket. Sachin is the subject. Sachin, subject, because Sachin is a person, and play the verb. Cricket is the object, and Sachin plays. It means here Sachin is a person and does the role of playing cricket, and therefore Sachin is the subject. And yes, or Sachin may be one word, it may be a subject or subject part. Okay, and therefore plays cricket is the predicate part, and Sachin is the subject. Trees, subject, and here provide us with the oxygen. As we know, we can't survive without oxygen, and trees provide us with the oxygen. So trees here does the role of providing us with oxygen, therefore trees subject. Again, Sachin, here we find in both the sentences, we find that how Sachin and trees perform the action. Yes, perform the action. Okay, but again, Sachin, another two sentences, Sachin is a good cricketer and trees are our best friends. Here, in last two sentences, we find that they are not doing any action or performing any action. We are expressing about them. Therefore, they are also treated as a subject. Let's see how. In the first two examples, Sachin and tree perform actions of the verb. So you see different actions of the verb, but in the third and fourth, here we find this case, we find that they are Sachin trees express something about a person or things respectively. Sachin indicates the person, who is a good cricketer, trees who are our best friends. Which are our best friends. So here we find the matter that how whenever any subject or thing does something, person or thing does something, that is called subject. Side by side, any person or thing about which we express something, they are also regarded as a subjects. So here we find the matter that very interesting idea related to the subject. Now come to the next idea, that is subject part may consist of one word. Subject part may consist of one word or more than one word. Yes, this is another idea. Subject part may consist one word. It means one word, one noun or one pronoun can be used as a subject. Yes, very interesting. But it can also consist of more than one word. It can consist of more than one word. If the subject part formed of one word, it must be a noun or pronoun. Yes, so this is clear. Here we find Lata Mangeshkar. Here, noun, and Lata Mangeshkar, name of a singer. Here who is no more. And here we find was a well-known singer. And here we find she was awarded Bharat Ratna. She was awarded. Here Lata Mangeshkar noun, she pronoun. And therefore here we find Lata Mangeshkar noun, she pronoun was awarded Bharat Ratna for her valuable services to human society. You see, listen, and here we find the matter that Lata Mangeshkar is the subject, and in the place she refers to Lata Mangeshkar, and it is also regarded as subject. Now, got it? Yes. And here we find the matter, the subject part is consisted of more than one word. Yes, more than one word. More than one word. Generally, noun plays noun. Yes, if it is more than one word, then definitely noun plays important role. How there are two types of determiners, predeterminers and postdeterminers, qualifying the head noun. Then how? Listen, and determiners, you see here we find that important role, again noun plays important role, and in that connection important role, and it is preceded by predeterminers. Predeterminers, as we have discussed, like articles, possessives, double-H determiners, demonstratives, ordinals, cardinals, quantifiers, intensifiers, adjectives, classifiers, again are post-determiners. Yes, these matters have been discussed in the previous classes. Okay, and here we find that how therefore determiners are used for enlargement of noun phrases or decoration of noun phrases. The more we want to decorate or ornament our noun phrases, the more we can express our feelings or thoughts in perfect manner. Therefore, here we find, determiners are very, very helpful. Predeterminers and post-determiners. Yes, they play very important role in decorating our noun phrases to express our feelings either in spoken or in written in a very comfortable manner. Yes. Now come example. You see here we find all the leading players were awarded. Remember here, all the leading players were awarded. We find the matter all the leading players. You see all the leading players. This is noun phrase. Noun phrase. All the leading players. And players is the here head noun. Head noun. Yes, all the leading players were awarded. Yes, all the leading players were awarded last night or yesterday, whatever the matter may be. All the leading players is the noun phrase, and here we find subject and noun phrase and players head noun, and this is the subject part also where awarded predicate part. Yes, and all the leading players is the head noun. Again, the first five students, subject and NP noun phrase, and head noun is students. The first five students, as we have discussed, the article first ordinal, five cardinal students. Ordinal, cardinal, then students, head noun. Similarly, all predeterminer, the article leading also leading adjective and players, the head noun. Similarly, a large number of foreign birds or migratory birds. A large number of quantifier, foreign adjective, birds, head noun, birds, head noun. Here we find head noun and a noun phrase, subject, right, and here a large number of foreign birds visit Silica every winter. As you know that whenever winter comes, migratory birds from Russia and different parts of cold, very comparatively colder countries visit Silica and just stay for a period of 2 to 3 months, and then they return back to their homeland. Yes, this is very natural factor, the visit of migratory birds from one place to another. Yes, here we find the matter. A large number of foreign birds visit Silica every winter. Again, all the articles necessary. All the articles necessary. All the articles necessary. Here we find, all predeterminer, the article, articles, here we find head noun, head noun, and necessary is the adjective qualifying the noun remaining after it. All the articles necessary. It means the articles, all the articles which are necessary is equal to all the articles necessary. For the feast also, here we find the complete noun phrase. Here noun phrase, head noun phrase. Yes, NP. All the articles necessary for the feast. Total is the noun phrase. Have been purchased is the predicate part, and here we find this is very interesting idea. How a noun phrase formed of more than one word, Noun, in this case, noun plays very important role, and it is supported by predeterminers or sometimes post-determiners to take the form of a noun phrase. Yes, subject can be used at any position of a sentence in affirmative, or that is what I call declarative sentence. In affirmative or declarative sentence, in imperative sentences, it is used at the beginning. Yes, naturally. In affirmative sentence, it is used at the beginning, side by side. In imperative sentence, expressing order, advice, request, it is also used at the beginning. But in question sentence, question and exclamatory sentences, the subject generally remains, and also optative sentences, the subject generally remains at the middle or end of the sentences. Yes, you must have been experienced in this connection. You see, who teaches you physics? Who teaches you physics? And you see, listen here, who is subject here? Who subject? This is question sentence and remains at the beginning. Here, who? Very interesting. Sometimes in question sentence we find sometimes subject at the beginning and subject at the middle or subject at the end of the sentence. How? Listen, this is depending upon the matter. Whenever we ask question, we can also get the answer. For example, who teaches you physics, or who teaches you, yes, who teaches? Mr. Mishra teaches us physics. Mr. Mishra teaches us physics. In the place of who, we can use Mr. Mishra. Yes, Mr. Mishra teaches us physics. Who teaches you physics? Mr. Mishra. So Mr. Mishra is the subject, and for Mr. Mishra, we have used here who. Therefore, who is the subject whenever it is used in the place of who? Mr. Mishra. Yes. How are you? How are you? It is also a question mark. In this case, here subject is you and it remains at the end of the sentence. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? You is the subject because you takes the role of I. I'm fine. I'm okay, my dear. How are you? I'm fine. Yes, okay. So here we find subject is you and it remains at the end of the sentence. Here who remains at the beginning, and in this case you remains at the end of the sentence. What are you doing this evening? What are you doing? Here subject you and it is found in the middle of the sentence. What are you doing this evening? I'm shopping. I'm shopping. You see, in the place of you, we answer I or we. What are you doing this evening? So, you see, listen here, we find that you is the subject and the position is in the middle of the sentence. What are you doing this evening? Okay. So, in these three sentences, we find these are the three question sentences, and we find sometimes in question sentences we find the subject at the beginning or in the middle or in the end of the sentence. Yes, therefore, if we answer the questions, we can easily know about the position of the subject. Understood? Yes. Now come, here we find the next idea. Whose brother is an engineer? Yes, very interesting. Whose brother? Whose brother? Here, brother is it is a noun phrase. Noun phrase. Brother is the head noun, and whose is the predeterminer, WH determiner. Whose brother? Whose brother? Which class? What color? What color? whose, which, what. These are the WH determiners which are used to modify head noun. Yes, whose brother is an engineer. Yes, and again another, this is also a question sentence, and whose brother noun phrase, and the position is now at the beginning. Subject position is now at the beginning, and it is now noun phrase. Now come the next idea. Again, the matter is clear. Again, that is imperative sentence. Don't waste time. Yes, my dear students, imperative sentence, as you know, there is a sentence which expresses order, advice, request, suggestion, instruction. Yes, in that case, we find the subject you, which is usually omitted at the time of speaking, at the time of writing, but it is understood. Yes, you know. Therefore, come next. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. Predicate part. You, subject, which is omitted. It means here generally we don't use you. Don't waste time, because time is very valuable. Time is fleeting, and it waits for nobody, and therefore we should respect time and know the art of time management, so that we can handle our day-to-day activities in a very perfect manner. Yes. Now come similar. It is no doubt to a sentence expressing advice here. What a naughty boy you are! Exclamatory sentence. What a naughty boy you are! Here you see subject. You, he is here. We find at in the middle of the sentence. What a naughty boy you are! Yes. If we convert it into declared sentence, we find that you are a very naughty boy. You are a very naughty boy. What a naughty boy you are! Yes. Exclamatory sentence. It is not expected such type of mischief from you. What a naughty boy you are! Yes. We find that what a naughty boy you are. You are a, so you is the subject and remains in the middle of the sentence. Now, may God bless you. This is optative or sentence of prayer or wish. Yes, we sometimes wish, for the betterment of others, and say, may God bless you, may you live long. Yes. So here we find, may God bless you. God is the subject, and remains at the middle. May God bless you. This is my wish, my prayer. May God bless you. Yes, and here, how fine she plays. How fine she is the subject. How fine she plays. It means she plays very fine. So you listen, here we find that how in a exclamatory sentence or in optative sentence, question sentence, or imperative or declared sentence, we find the subject part in a different positions. Sometimes it is used at the beginning, or sometimes it is used at the middle, or at the some other time it is used at the end of the sentences. Yes. Again, when the verb is in imperative mode, when the verb is in imperative mode, the subject you is usually omitted, what we have already discussed. Remember how march forward. Here, march forward. Here is subject you. Subject you here is omitted, but we don't use march forward whenever we command fire. Don't fire. Stop. Yes, these are the commanding words. Lend me some money, please. Lend me some money, please. You see, listen, lend me some money, please. And it means you, please lend me some money. I am not in a position to manage the situation because I'm penniless, and therefore lend me some money. You, yes, don't disturb me. Yes, don't disturb me. The subject is you. Here we find this is what you call imperative mood, expressing order, advice, request, suggestion, warning, etc. Yes, got it? Right. Now come here. It and there again. It and there. Yes, this is also another very interesting subjects. They are pronouns. They are pronouns. It pronoun and also they are pronoun. And they are used frequently in our sentences at the time of speaking and writing. Therefore, we should know that it and there are dummy. Dummy means unreal subjects. Unreal subjects. Then dummy subjects. It means they are not the real subject. Real subject is there in the sentence, but they take the you see, listen how. It is a fine morning. Yes, it is a fine morning. Here, it is the subject, and is a fine morning is the predicate part. It is the subject. Remember, and here we find it is the real subject is a fine morning. A fine morning, real subject, and it is used for the sake of a fine morning. Therefore, it is the subject part, unreal but dummy subject. Yes, okay. Now come next. There is a coconut tree in my garden. There is a coconut tree. Here, there subject, that is dummy subject, but the real subject is a coconut tree in my garden. It means this is real subject, and here we find for one coconut tree is here. We can, for example, but here we find there are 10 mango trees. Here 10 real subject and 10 mango tree. Therefore, here a coconut tree is used. 10 mango trees are used. It means there is the subject, but they play the role of dummy subject. They don't take the verb. The verb is taken according to the number in connection with the real subject. A coconut tree, 5 coconut trees. Definitely there are 5 coconut trees, but there is a coconut tree. There are 10 mango trees behind our school. So remember here the difference. Very simple idea. It and they are pronouns, dummy subjects. They don't usually take the verb. The verb of their sentence is decided by the real subject which follows them, and therefore it is very natural that how it or they are called dummy or unreal subjects. Am I clear? Yes. And now come the other idea, another interesting idea. In some Islamic sentence, the subject is omitted but understood. What a nice idea! What a nice idea! Here, it is. What a nice idea it is. Yes, here we find what a nice idea it is. Also, you see, not is it, it is. What a nice idea is it. And here it is. And how wonderful it is. So you see, listen, naturally here the subject is omitted but understood. Here the subject is it and the verb is bar subject it and the verb is are omitted. Here we find what a nice idea. You see, listen, it is a very nice idea. What a nice idea. What a nice idea. It is. So if you listen here, we find it is here the subject, but it may be omitted. We may use it, we may omit it, but it is there. Remember, again, some ideas or concepts are also used as a subject. Remember, some ideas or concepts are used as subject. Very interesting. Flying kites from housetops. This is idea. Here we find it is very dangerous. Flying kite. Flying is the gerund verbal noun here, because flying kite, this indicates an action. Flying kites from housetops. Sometimes children or the grown-ups also take interest in flying kites, going to the housetop, because nowadays there are no spacious places for flying kite. Sometimes children decide it is the housetop as the suitable place for flying kite, but my dear children, it is very dangerous. Don't do so. Because there is every possibility of falling from the roof. And yes, it is dangerous, and hence never do so. This is here we find flying kites from housetops. Subject. Here we find subject, and it is a very interesting factor how this is an idea, concept is dangerous. So such type of action is dangerous. I will never do so. Here, flying kites from housetops. Another factor, that is the old man with her three children. You see, very interesting. The old man with her three children. So remember, the old man is the noun phrase here we find, and the total, the old man with three children. Here, the post determiners with her three children. This is a prepositional phrase, and it is thus the prepositional adjectival phrase. Prepositional adjectival. It means it is now doing the role of adjective. What we have already discussed in the previous classes. Prepositional phrases are of two types. One is adjectival prepositional phrase. Another is adverbial prepositional phrase. Whenever the phrase qualifies the noun, it is adjectival. Whenever it qualifies the verb, it is adverbial. Then how? You see, noun phrase the old man, and with preposition, and her three children, with her three children, prepositional phrase. And this matter, the man with her three children, with the old man, old man with her three children is coming. The old man with her three children. Naturally, her is there, and it means the woman is not coming alone. The woman coming with her three children, you see, is coming, because is here mostly due to the old man. Yes, and very interesting idea. Therefore, we remember the fact that here head is the old woman, and with her three children, the verb agrees with the old woman. Therefore, is used. Okay, so this is interesting, and this is also, that is post position. Post position, naturally the phrase, noun phrase, with her three children and the older man. Sleeping long in daytime. It is also a concept. Sleeping long. This is gerund. Sleeping long in daytime is not good for health. And yes, noun phrase NP, and here noun phrase, the cover of the dictionary. So sleeping long in daytime, because sleeping is no doubt a very a good thing for us, for our health, but sleeping long in daytime, Daytime sleeping is avoided because it is not a sort of healthy symbol for us, for our health. Therefore, it should be avoided. Sleeping long in daytime. This is the phrase. Sleeping is not good for health. No, wrong. Sleeping long. It means here we find long in daytime. Sleeping. This total. Concept is taken as a subject, and the cover of the dictionary is taught. The cover of the dictionary. So it means here we find the matter that how some concepts are also treated as subject. This must be learned. This is very interesting, and we can express the subject part in a very comfortable manner. Yes, now come verbal nouns. Very interesting that sometimes verbs are used as a nouns. In that case, they are called verbal nouns. We know that present participle verb form is used as a verbal noun. In other words, we say gerund, and that gerund is used as also a subject. Then how? Yes, to talk. It means to talk. To infinitive is also used as a verbal noun. To talk. To talk. I want to talk. Here, to talk is verb, but to talk, you see, to talk or to walk. Sorry, to walk or walking in the morning is good for health. We may say to walk is good for in the morning is good for health, or walking in the morning is good for health. So you see, listen how. To drink or drinking wine spoils health. You see, to drink or drinking wine. To drink, verbal noun, and walking also verbal noun. So here we find verbal noun, and therefore in the morning is good for health. In the morning is qualifying walking. Walking in the morning is the noun phrase. Here combiningly treated as a subject part. Yes, and to walk or walking in the morning is good for health. To drink or drinking wine. Drinking what? Wine, also noun phrase, and here spoils health naturally. To swim or swimming, noun phrase, is a good exercise. Yes, my dear students, this is also very amusing idea that to know that how to infinitive or present participle as a gerund can be used as a noun phrase, or that is what we call subject part in our sentence construction. Yeah. Noun clauses can be used in a subject part. Very interesting. Noun clause. We say that clause, a noun clause, because that or WH word sometimes used at the beginning of the noun clause, and they can also be used as the subject position. How? Listen. That man is mortal is true. You see, subject part. That man is mortal is true. PP predicate part, and here the subject part. Man is the leading role. Here man, noun, and that man, that here we find that is the conjunction here, which is used at the beginning of noun clause, and that man is mortal is true. It is true that man is mortal. Once again, it is true that man is mortal. That man is mortal is true. That man is mortal is true. That man is mortal, here the subject part. So you see, listen here, we have to die one day, whoever the person may be and whatever his rank and file may be, we have to leave this world one day. This is the truth. And here we find that man is mortal is true. And here where he will stay has not been decided. Where the place here, where here subject part, and where he will stay. This is also noun phrase. So has not yet not been decided where he will stay. So what will be the place of his staying has not yet been decided. Here we find the meaning of this phrase, where he will stay has not been decided, subject part, and has not yet decided, predicate part. Whom God loves dies young. This is very natural. अल्लाह को प्यारा हो गया, भगवान ताको नहीं गले, and here it means here we find that I mean God, here we find the matter whom God loves dies young, and yes, and here we find this is a conception here, and in this case concept, and here we find whom God loves. Yes, this is also subject part, and I mean dies young is the predicate part. Who will be the next captain? Who will be the next captain of our team is known to me. The who is the here also subject part, and who will be the, this is also the noun clause. So here we find that it will be discussed very elaborately whenever we will discuss about noun clause in detail. Yes, because here we are just focusing about the fundamental or the basic ideas. Therefore, take interest. What is subject and what is the subject part of a sentence? This is the point of our discussion. We will discuss in in detail in subsequent classes. Remember, subject part and is known to me predicate part, and who will be the next captain of our team. Now come. Finally, the last step, an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase can be used as a noun phrase in subject part. Remember how? Very interesting idea. That is also the poor, the educated, the dead, the disabled, the rich, the blind, the deaf. So all these have been phrases, apparently deaf, blind, rich, poor, educated, employed, unemployed. All these are adjectives. Whenever we use the, then before these adjectives, we find a number of an idea that the group of people. Just for example, the blind means all the blind people of human society. The blind, once again I repeat, the blind is equal to all the blind people of our society wherever he may reside. Yes, and here we find the poor. Similarly, the poor are exploited by the rich. Here the rich, the poor, but subject is the poor, and the poor means all the poor people are exploited by the rich. From the beginning of our inverse, it has been continuing, and therefore poor are always exploited. The poor means the poor section of people are always exploited by the rich. Okay, and here we find the disabled subject, and the disabled should be taken care of by the government, because the disabled, the person, those who have lost some of their organs, they are not useless. They are useful in some other ways. Therefore, they are differently abled persons, and they should be taken care of by the government, because they need care. They need our care and our love and affection. Thank you. This much for today. This is about the use of the what is subject part, what is subject, and how different ideas, concepts are related to the subject part in different sentences at the time of speaking and writing. Therefore, my dear students, you are expected to know vividly in connection with the use of subject part, and then definitely you can enjoy the charm of speaking and writing, and yes, hope you must have understood this class very comfortably. My dear students, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, try to subscribe it. I've been with pressing the bell button and all application, and I've been just share among your friends and relatives and enjoy it reading again and again. Then you can get the job. Yes, give your comment feedback so that it will be suitable on my part to I will provide you with a lot of information for your brighter tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.